On October 19, 1994, a motorist traveling on westbound I-275 reported to the Forest Park Police Department that an unidentified flying object appeared near the Forest Fair Mall. According to the police report, the driver claims to have experienced a paralysis influence from a brilliant beam of light radiating from the unknown aircraft. Within a matter of days, a mushroom-shaped object was reported hanging in the air in that same vicinity, approaching the Kemper and Pippin Road intersections. And just weeks later, WLWT Channel 5 News reported on a strange event close to the Interstate I-74 and 275 interchanges, presumed by witnesses to be a falling plane on fire before disappearing in a brilliant flash of light. In late October and early November of 1994, we spoke with several residents in Owensville, Ohio, all of whom allegedly observed UFOs floating around Zebulon Park, an apartment complex near U.S. Route 50.
When it came so fast like that, he just suddenly stopped, and it was about like 30 foot above the trees. And it was just a big bright light, like it had some kind of a glow to it. But I couldn't figure out what it was.
On November 10th, 1994, a resident in the apartment complex recorded several minutes of home video footage depicting unusual-looking lights that seemed to materialize during a rainstorm.
Boy, you frightened me.
The glowing lights on the recording appears to have been observed by an on-duty patrol officer operating with the Claremont County Sheriff's Department.
And here he's facing one. How about that? Got sheriff sitting right under one.
A prearranged agreement was made with the authorities at the Claremont County Sheriff's Department, who were asked for their comment on the recording. After the administrators viewed the material at their request, the official comment provided by the department was, "Go find someplace else to film." The videotape was offered the next morning to a pair of local news channels, WLWT Channel 5 and WKRC Channel 12, but the response was one of indifference, disinterest, and flat-out rejection of the video without either news service ever examining its content. In March of 1995, two separate reports from independent witnesses were made during a 2-week period in which the alarmed individuals reported seeing a black globular object that shadowed and stalked passenger airliners as they approached Cincinnati airports. Investigations were still continuing into the bullet-shaped object seen over Mariemont that was described as sounding like a street sweeper which caused houses to vibrate violently. On April 14, 1995, an event took place in the Mariemont area that was reported to the police. The audio recording of the call that you are about to hear was obtained from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department Dispatch and Communications Center. The identity of the caller has been withheld for privacy purposes.
Police Dispatcher Skinner. Yes, I was on my way down Plainville to Mariemont. And, let's see, God, I can't think of the name of the street it is now. I know it's Plainville, but I've seen something I know I shouldn't have seen.
Okay.
It's right off of Plainville, because I'm trying to get a hold of military base. I know it sounds stupid and ridiculous, but I know we ain't got no aircraft that are square. But it's down Plainville somewhere, I don't know. I circled it about 4 or 5, Cambridge. I went around 4 or 5 times. I don't know if some little cube, some little helicopter toy or something. But it's not right, because I've been trying to get a hold of a military base all night tonight.
How long ago was it that you saw it?
About 20 minutes ago. So I don't know if it's just a bunch of people out there goofing off with something square. But I know we ain't got no aircrafts that are, so I'm 22 years old, by the way. I know we ain't got no aircrafts that are square with green and orange lights. It sounds stupid and ridiculous, but...
Where was it sitting at? Right on the side of the road, or?
Well, she's going 5 lights up in the air. All of a sudden, I looked up and saw it. And stopped, started dropping straight down.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's somebody, like I said, somebody playing a practical joke or something.
Yes. About how big was it, do you think?
How big was it?
Yeah.
About the size of a Toyota Corolla.
One interesting aspect of this case, which tends to lend credibility to it, is the fact that the witnesses took the time to report what they allegedly saw to the police. Most hoaxers wouldn't do that.
Associates for Scientific Knowledge investigator Charles Stewart began investigations into the case immediately upon receiving the information, and an attempt was made to obtain more documentation of the alleged event.
Through a thorough investigation, we were able to track down the witnesses, and they took us to the site.
The witnesses, both of them seem real credible to me. Everything they had told us from beginning to end, there was no inconsistencies in anything they told us. I'd say they're very credible witnesses, and as a matter of fact, neither one of them wanted any publicity for what they had seen.
The caller was willing to give investigators a detailed account of the declared occurrence and contended that the UFO first appeared about 3 stories in the air before suddenly dropping to an elevation nearly 10 feet from the ground.
According to the witnesses, the object which they saw was hovering at treetop level and illuminating the roof of a house and a tree.
Well, we were thinking that if this thing was really as close to the house as it was reported, that someone in the house may have heard something or saw a flash of light, or maybe a neighbor had come up and asked them some questions about something the night before, so we thought we'd ask around a little bit in the neighborhood, and we got some interesting responses.
Investigators spoke with a resident from nearby Madisonville, residing just blocks away from the sighting, who claims to have observed something suspended low over railroad tracks in the neighborhood.
First I thought it was like a boxcar at the end of a train. It's hard to say because when you're not expecting anything that late at night, it's hard to say. It's hard to say if it was pulsating or if it was just by being dark and the lights were just blinking. I don't know. And it was sitting over 2 tracks that was right down there about 50, 75 yards down. It was triangular light.